The Detroit Symphony live streams you Russian music and Russian music this Saturday night in the U.S. with Shostakovich's Violin Concerto No. 1 and Stravinsky's once very revolutionary Rite of Spring. Yeah, and as I've already told you, that's going to be on Saturday, January 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 o'clock on the West Coast, 1 in the morning in Europe, and 11 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, down under in Australia. They will start out with Camille Pépin's Les Eaux Célestes, which was inspired by an ancient legend. We're told it's cosmic sounds. Then they'll move on to Dmitri Shostakovich's Violin Concerto No. 1, and that's where you will have the pleasure of hearing Francesca Dego playing this very emotional piece. The Many Faces of Francesca Dego. Let me tell you a little bit about what a terrific violinist she is. She's based in London these days. She has played with groups like the Orchestre des Champs-Élysées with Maestro Herr. She played Mendelssohn with them. The National Symphony Orchestra of Ireland, playing Mozart. The Washington National Symphony, the Ulster Orchestra. She has debuted at Wigmore Hall with pianist Alessio Box. She's been to Japan with the NHK Symphony, and they toured. The Orchestre Chambre de Lausanne, the BBC Symphony, the Halle Symphony. She's exclusively signed to Chandos Records now. She's got out recordings of Mozart Violin Concertos 3 and 4 with the Scottish National Orchestra, concertos by Paganini and Ermanno Wolf-Ferrari, Beethoven Violin Sonatas and Paganini's Caprice for Deutsche Grammophon. She's also a keen chamber musician. I'm not going to give you the list of everybody she's played with. She adores contemporary music, citing people like Michael Newman, Carlo Boccadoro, Christian Carrara, Nicola Campogrande, and Marco Taralli. She's also a writer. She writes a monthly column for Suonare News, and she's written articles and opinion pieces for the BBC and classical music magazines, the Strad, Musical Opinion and Strings magazine. I mean, this is Francesca Dego. No wonder there's so many pictures of her. She has so many faces in life that she plays. I look forward to hearing her play together with my beloved Detroit Symphony Orchestra, which is the orchestra where I discovered what is an orchestra. So let me also give you a picture, though, of the conductor who will then be conducting the next piece. He was voted Best Conductor of the Year at the International Opera Awards in 2022. He's been the music director of the Lyon Opera since for about 8 years now, since 2017. And he's also, for the last couple of years, been the music director at the Ulster Orchestra. And he's a principal guest conductor at the Bavarian State Opera. He's a regular guest at the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées in Paris, as well as that big Orange Festival, the Aix-en-Provence Summer Opera Festival. So nothing to sneeze at. And we will be putting in his young and dynamic hands Igor Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring. Now, either you know it and you like it and you want to hear it, or you really don't like it and you don't want to hear it. If you don't know it, you might want to hear it. This is an orchestra that caused a riot at its 1913 premiere in Paris. And I can just say, God bless the French people. You know, in most countries, people riot over, well, the cost of bread is too high, or there's racism, or there's this, or there's that, there's injustice. But no, in France, it's you write a bad symphony and they're going to riot over it. So that's really something different. Anyway, that's the Detroit Symphony Orchestra this coming Saturday night. I commend it to you.